Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Ila and I told you in my introductory video that I am going to discuss on nursing related topics. So the first subject which I have chosen to begin with is nursing education. The subject looks very simple, but still many of the students get into trouble with these subjects. Not enough clarifications, not enough examples, not enough explanations, etc. So today I will be taking you through introduction to education and followed by its types and aims. So first we have to know what education means. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that education is a fundamental right of every Indian child. He emphasized that education is a pillar of a developed and a powerful country, besides the most important element for growth and prosperity of a nation. That means, without education, it is impossible to develop as a nation. Now, from where does this education word comes? This comes from different Latin words: educare, educatum, and educators. Educare means to bring out or to nourish. Educatum means act of teaching or training, and educators means to bring up, rear, and educate. Now, education can be explained in two different senses. One is narrower, another one is broader. In the narrower sense, education is the process through which knowledge, character, and behavior of the young generation are shaped and modeled. For example, when we start to go to school, we study a number of subjects and our knowledge is developed. And added to that, our parents in our home and teachers in the school and home, both of them teach us different kinds of values, ideals, opinions. So both of our knowledge and ideals are developed. Now, if we see it in the broader sense, then education is not only the teachings which we receive in the classroom in a particular period of life. Education is a lifelong process which starts from the birth of a child and ends with his death. For example, after we are born, we are naive in all the fields. But as soon as we suffer from hunger, pain and cold, we learn to cry and express it. As we start growing, we develop different fine motor skills, such as grasping and holding the hands, brushing teeth, eating on our own, etc. As soon as we start going to schools, our intellectual knowledge is developed through books. Then as we grow older, we learn different kinds of etiquettes, norms, behavioral manners, values and ideals from our family, friends, neighbors, etc. In our field of life, we face a number of positive and negative experiences where we need help, and our family and friends help us to understand how to deal with that particular situation. So education is the process which goes on throughout our life. Okay, so there are different experts' view like Swami Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore, Mahatma Gandhi, Plato, Aristotle. There are different experts' different view on education. These two I have chosen as my personal favorite. First one is said by Swami Vivekananda. What does it say? Education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. Like fire in a piece of flint, knowledge exists in the mind. Suggestion is the friction which brings it out. It means man is already born with a set of certain talents, potentials and abilities. But this lies in a dormant condition. Man has to discover it and use it for perfection or to reach his goal. Next one is said by Rabindranath Tagore. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Tagore was always dissatisfied with the regular system of education. According to Rabindranath Tagore, the education system should not be a mere exchange of information but also should be concentrated on the physical, moral, intellectual, social, spiritual development of the pupil. And he envisioned a holistic education which should be deeply rooted into our culture and surroundings and also connected to the outer world. Okay, next are the types of education. What are those? Nursing education, professional education, formal education, informal education and non-formal education. So first of all, nursing education. What is nursing education? It is a systematically planned professional curriculum for the physical, intellectual, social, moral, spiritual and aesthetic development of the pupil so that he or she can render professional nursing care to people of all ages in all kinds of setting, in all phases of health and illness. For example, say in a nursing course, we study a number of subjects. For example, anatomy and physiology, where we get structural details of human being. Then we have our fundamentals of nursing, where we learn how to form nursing diagnosis, how to prioritize them, how to formulate a nursing care plan, and how to implement them. Next, we have some specialized subjects like medical surgical nursing, child health nursing, mental health nursing, etc., where we study different kinds of disease conditions, their signs and symptoms, complications, and treatment. Next, we have practical subjects like clinical hours, where we are exposed to different fields consisting of people suffering from different diseases, and we have community hours also, where we meet people coming from different backgrounds and we learn to understand them and respect them irrespective of their caste, creed, and religion. So our clinical hours also provide us a variety of experiences. We also have subjects like language, communication skill, and computer skill, because communication is also very important for nursing, and computer skills, they are also needed in the non-governmental settings when we are joining for a job. So ultimately we learn to render professional nursing care to all kinds of people in all kinds of setting and from every possible aspect. Next one is the professional education. This is the program where the training is provided to the students to make them competent in their chosen sector. That may be different for different students. For example, nurse, doctor, lab technician, freelancer, teacher, etc. All of them have separate professional courses. Next is the formal education. Formal education is our hierarchically systematic graded education system, which starts from the primary schools and goes till the universities. For example, we start our study from the primary schools, followed by the high schools. Then we generally go for a specialized stream where we go to the university education, and then followed by graduation. Next is the informal education. Informal education is the education which we receive from our family, friends, neighbors, playmates, workplaces, and our surroundings. It helps us to acquire different values, opinions, knowledge, and skills from our daily experiences. This is more like the broader sense of the education which I explained in my earlier slide. Besides the formal education provided in schools, we receive plenty of value education also from our surroundings and the people present there, and that is useful in every step of our life. So that is informal education. The last one is the non-formal education. What is non-formal education? This is something which is an organized educational activity but outside the established formal system. For example, cultural sessions, swimming sessions, community-based sports and fitness programs, Boy Scouts, Girls Guide, conference-style seminars, etc. Next comes the aims of education. There are different kinds of aims. First one is the individual aim. Education should develop an individual within himself. How? By developing physical and mental abilities within the individual. Next, by acquiring capacities of understanding, appreciation, and expression through words and action. Suppose I am in a trouble and my friend is trying to help me. So I must understand and appreciate his effort and express it in words like thank you for helping me, or I really appreciate your help. Education should make the child physically and mentally strong and self-confident and self-dependent. The individual aim of education should also be to develop the child's character, personality, and culture by teaching him social values and to enable him to inculcate moral values like faithfulness, goodness, purity, honesty, and courage. Next is the social aim. Nobody can live and grow without society. Education should make every individual socially efficient. Education helps us to play different roles in society. For example, some may be a doctor, some may be engineer, some may be a teacher, or maybe a freelancer nowadays. Whatever it may be, education should make a man capable of earning his own livelihood reasonably well to enjoy a happy and secure life and contributing to the society effectively as well. Now, social aim has two subtypes, adjustment aim and the citizenship training aim. Now, what is adjustment aim? Adjustment is like the primary rule of human life. Nobody can survive without adjusting to the environment. Very often we hear quotes about adjustment like you cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can set your sails accordingly to reach the destination. So an educated person always knows how to set his sails according to the wind. For example, we may have any problem in our workplace. So we must first adjust to it and find a solution to the problem. Otherwise, our professional life will be hampered. Next is the citizenship training aim. Citizens should be so trained through education so that they can discharge their civic duties and responsibilities successfully. Such training includes the development of certain qualities like clear thinking, clarity in speech and writing, sense of cooperation, sense of toleration, sense of patriotism, etc. Okay, next is the professional aim. Education should enable the child to procure the primary needs of his life, human life. For example, food, shelter, clothing, etc. These are the primary needs of our life. Last one is the self-actualization aim. There is a comprehensive need of education, aim of education. Under this point of view, it gives rise to two different aims. One is complete living aim, another is harmonious development aim. Complete living aim means fulfilling the necessities of human life. For example, rearing and bearing of children, earning one's own livelihood, enjoyment of the leisure time properly, etc. And the harmonious development means development of physical, mental, moral and aesthetic aspect of the human being. So, finally, self-actualization, what does it mean? Self-actualization means the realization of one's own talents and potentialities and fulfilling them. For example, when we are choosing a job, we must not only focus on the salary, but also focus on whether the job will make us happy or not. Because if we are not working happily, then our mental health will be affected. And eventually our quality of life will also be affected. Okay, so these are the aims of education. That was all. After this we have the aims of nursing education, but I will discuss those in the next video because I am trying to keep it short for you guys so that it's easy for you to understand. If you have any doubts in this video, then you can ask in the comment section, and if you find this video useful, then please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.